Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. So, thank you for being here. For those of you that are returning, this is my series, Come Grow Spiritually with Me. My name is Pamela of Unimed, and I am a social worker who is moving into holistic practice. And I'm on my own spiritual journey. And so, I have created this series because I've felt called recently to upgrade some of my spiritual practices and to learn more and to seek more and to try different tools and bring them into my practice and my spiritual growth and evolution. And I decided to bring you along with me for those of you that care to come so that you can learn right alongside with me. So this is not me telling you how it is. First of all, nobody in spirituality should be telling you how anything is. People should be sharing their viewpoints and their thoughts and their experience and the research that they found. But at the end of the day, spirituality is unique to each and every one of us. So take what you want and leave the rest. And if somebody is telling you different, like you have to do something this way or that way, or this is the only way that it's done and true, I would be leery of those people because I think those people have missed the point of spirituality. But again, I'm not here to judge, and I don't wish to judge anybody else, but I really get frustrated when I hear people being like, you can't do this, and you're only allowed to do that, and you have to use a purple candle. Spirituality is what you make it. Spirituality is all about returning inward to your authentic self. And we're all different. Okay. I think I went off on a tangent, so I apologize. And I was getting a text message from my mother-in-law because today is my middle son's 21st birthday, but it is also the 1-year anniversary of my father-in-law's passing. So we have a lot going on and trying to figure out how we're going to recognize and honor and celebrate everything all at the same time. That was a side note you probably didn't need to know. Anyways, so again, I have permission from my husband to do this tarot career pull for him in his regard, I guess. All right, so I've received permission from my husband to do this tarot pull. And so, source, we are going to do a career fulfillment spread, 7 cards. And I'm going to ask, please show me guidance for Richard's career path, where he will find fulfillment, happiness, and financial success. So 7 cards, please. Guidance for Richard's career path, where he will find fulfillment, happiness, and financial success. All right, so this was the pull. In position 1, we have the 6 of Swords. Position 2, Ace of Swords. 3 is the 10 of Cups. 4 is the Star card. 5 is the 3 of Cups. 6 is the Queen of Wands. And the Hangman is number 7. All right, so the first card that my husband's pull was the 6 of Wands. So this is indicating where my husband is right now. And the 6 of Wands, the keywords is recognition, victory, being noticed, and leadership potential. So this card is stating that he's already being seen and valued for his work, that other people seem to respect his skills and his strong position and he's in a strong position to be considered for advancement. This shows his current path carries momentum and acknowledgement from the higher-ups. Now, I can't say that I totally agree or disagree just by looking at the cards and getting the message. I want to argue with source. Oh, I want to argue with source. But part of my husband's struggle is that his work has moments where they seem to acknowledge what a good, hard loyal worker that he is. And then there's a lot of other times where they don't. And he doesn't need somebody constantly blowing smoke up his ass or like patting him on the back. That's not my husband at all. But over the years, they keep talking to my husband about advancements, and they never come. So they are recently again talking to him about advancements. So that's kind of the reason for this career pull. My husband's getting tired and frustrated about the commute to work and the traffic on the commute. So that's why he feels like he's kind of at a crossroads. And he's not overly in love with his job anymore. There's a lot of crap that he has to deal with, essentially. And like people who don't do their job, and management who does nothing about the people that don't do their job. But like if my husband slacks off because he's like got an injury, so he's like taking it a little easier than he normally does, they're on him like flies on shit, right? So I'm not super impressed with this poll. But anyways, we'll continue on because it's not about me. So basically, it's saying that he might be in a good position right now to be considered for advancements. So we'll see. Position 2 was, what does he truly want on a soul level desire? And we got the Ace of Swords. So this is about clarity, truth, new ideas, and breakthrough. So at his core, it is suggesting that he craves mental stimulation, honesty, and a chance to bring fresh ideas forward. Absolutely true. He wants to feel like his voice matters and that he can make decisions with integrity and vision. Absolutely true. So my husband sees things and sees how things work at his site, and he's like, why do we do things this way? But he doesn't have a voice to even share his thoughts on how they can improve or make things better or more efficient. And I know he's desiring to be able to have some part of, to sit at that table, to sit at the table where he can, advocate and share these ideas on how they can make things more efficient or better for the workers. So this is 100% true that he is desiring like the ability to have a voice and to bring fresh ideas forward. All right, so in position 3, which is what does he need to feel fulfilled? He got the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is about harmony, family, emotional fulfillment, and long-term happiness. So it's suggesting that he needs a career that doesn't just pay the bills, but support family life and emotional well-being. So work-life balance and being able to provide stability and joy for loved ones are essential to him, which essentially sums up my husband. He's a great friend. He wants to provide everything that we need as a family, but he also wants to spend time with his family and enjoy life and have fulfillment outside of work. But he also wants his work to feel fulfilling and not just, this is where I go in order to get a paycheck to, feed my family. So again, this does speak very well to my husband. Again, not that I should be surprised, because source knows. Okay, number 4, the outcome. The outcome, if he stays where he is the Star. And so that's, the keywords are hope, renewal, divine guidance, and long-term success. So staying where he is holds a lot of promise and healing energy. Really, Source? The promotion pathway could give him not just recognition, but also a sense of inspiration and purpose. It suggests this path aligns with hope and long-term growth. Really, Source? I've been on team like, you need a new job. And again, not for me to tell him what he needs or anything else, but I've really been noticing how his work has been wearing him down. in the commute is wearing him down, and how the lack of recognition for the work that he does has been weighing him down. So anyways, Source and I disagree. Okay, number 5 is the outcome if he seeks local opportunities, which is the 3 of Cups, which is about community, friendship, teamwork, and celebration. So a local job would bring connection, social joy, and being part of a supportive community. He may not feel as seen in a prestigious way as the current path, but he'd have stronger relationships and camaraderie. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Generally, people that work together, that live close by, sometimes go out and, grab a beer on a Friday night or whatever. So I could see how that would work. Where he would be most happy, the Queen of Wands. Confidence, leadership, independence, and charisma. So this is suggesting that he thrives when he can take on a leadership role, feel respected, and have autonomy. His happiness lies in positions where he has influence, gets to motivate others, and can act with confidence and passion. Sounds right. Guidance for financial abundance was the 7th and final card, and it is the Hanged Man, which is about patience, new perspective, surrendering and timing. So financial growth may not be instant. He needs to be open to shifting his perspectives about how money flows. The message is don't rush decisions, pause, reflect, and allow clarity before making a move. Abundance will come when he looks at things from a new angle and releases any pressure to force outcomes. All right, when we put them all together and we look at the story, the cards are suggesting that he is already in a strong position, the 6 of Wands, and that he has the potential to rise into leadership and recognition. Deep down, he wants clarity and meaningful decision-making, Ace of Swords, while still prioritizing a happy family, 10 of Cups. If he stays, the path looks hopeful, star, a long-term payoff with recognition and purpose. If he seeks something local, he'll find a community and social connection, the 3 of Cups, though it may not carry the same prestige or advancement. His ultimate happiness lies in stepping into leadership and confident self-expression, through the Queen of Wands. The Hangman reminds him to take his time before making a choice, and that patience will align him both with fulfillment and money. In short, it is suggesting staying where he is seems to hold more potential for recognition, advancement, and long-term fulfillment, while a local job can bring community and lighter joy. The cards suggest he will be happiest when he can shine as a leader and be valued for his confidence and ideas. All right, this is my not impressed phase. But Source and I have a really good understanding that I'm not always impressed with Source's guidance. And that's okay, because I'm allowed to not be impressed. So, but again, this wasn't about me. This was about my husband and his wants and his desires. And this is me seeking guidance. So it's a different tarot reading today. Anyways, so I am walking away from this tarot reading with information and guidance, which I will pass along to my husband and allow him to put his own interpretation and spin on the cards, because that's important as well. The way that I'm interpreting something may not necessarily be the same way that he is interpreting something, which is valid and very important when you are doing any spiritual practice, is recognizing, understanding that we may have two varying different ideas about the same object or card or practice. So I will go ahead begrudgingly and pass this information along to him and allow him to see whether or not what he likes from this reading and what he may take as information for him that feels right for him. Anyways, I thank Source and I thank my spirit guides for their guidance, even though I begrudgingly disagree. But again, I'm not the one that knows. Source seems to know a lot more than me. Actually, not seems to. Source knows a lot more than me. And that's totally fine and okay. So anyways, sometimes a tarot reading is not going to give you the guidance or direction that you thought it would or that you wanted. And this is an example of that. So I am going to go ahead and post this reading. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to post it because I don't agree. But this is learning, right? And this is truth. And so showing that there are times that you're going to have a reading that you don't necessarily agree with is totally valid because it's going to happen, right? It's absolutely going to happen. So to those of you that watch, I thank you for being here. I thank you for being along on this journey. And please go ahead in the comments and let me know, have you had a tarot reading that you walked away from going, ugh, or that you didn't necessarily agree with the guidance that was given? So if you can, go ahead and share that experience with me. And if you can follow up and say like, yeah, I had this reading a few months ago and this was the guidance it gave me and I didn't like it. And the outcome has already happened. Let me know. Maybe Source is wrong. Okay, I'm going to stop being an ass. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a very blessed day.